In advanced climes like the US and the UK, you will find very negligible difference between what is happening in the core cities. I mean, in terms of the level of growth in the core cities and the rest of the country. But in Nigerian real estate market in particular, you will instantly realize that there's even a wider spread between what you see in core cities and the rest of the country. Except for Abuja, of course, the playground of the country's bigwigs, where you have most of our expatriates, diplomats and high net worth individuals, and maybe Port Harcourt, where you have the country's oil hub. No state's real estate market can boast of anything close to what Lagos is doing. When we looked at this, we realized that there are actually multiple reasons why Lagos keeps leading the rest of Nigeria in its real estate market performance. The first one being that Lagos's economic prowess makes it a very difficult match. As of today, Lagos houses 97% of the head office of commercial banks in Nigeria, and that's a huge number. And that's just for the banking sector. If you look across other sectors, almost every major organization have their head office in Lagos. As of today, Lagos also has more than 200 financial institutions operating within the state. In the real sense of it, Lagos is not only the bigwig in the context of Nigeria, the city is also one of the largest economies in Africa, but there is really more to why Lagos keeps leading the rest of the country in its real estate performance. In the grand scheme of things, you wonder why these small states command so much power in the context of the entire country. Lagos occupies only 0.13% of Nigeria's 923,000 square kilometer land area, but houses more than 10% of the country's population. You can see a very wide mismatch. Now, this massive population puts a lot of pressure on the Lagos real estate market in terms of people looking to buy houses, people looking to rent houses and live in this most important city in Nigeria. So this excessive demand pressure constantly pushes house prices up, and you see that, because there is gross undersupply in the states and of course across the country, and excessive demand keeps pushing up prices of properties, and the market keeps performing at a rate that way outstrips the rest of the country. Outside the city's economic prowess and its huge population, which obviously are key factors, there's one interesting thing that Lagos does really well, and that is how much the city allocates to infrastructure. If you understand real estate, you believe with me that there is nothing that drives real estate growth in any city like infrastructural amenities. So in terms of budget, Lagos spends more on infrastructure than any other state in the country, and even the national budget. For instance, this year, Lagos budgeted 18% of its budget to infrastructure. It means that they are spending 18% of whatever they spend every year providing infrastructural amenities, of course, that makes the neighborhoods conducive for people to live. If you look at the national budget, only 8% of Nigeria's annual budget for the year 2022 goes into infrastructure, and when we did a national average, the average across all the other cities in the country is just about 7%. So if you look at these numbers, you see clearly that outside the economic prowess that Lagos is naturally endowed in, and also its population, Lagos is also getting it right in terms of infrastructural allocation, and this is really driving the real estate market in Lagos. On a closing note, we need other states in Nigeria to grow. Our real estate market cannot be this dependent on Lagos as a city alone. We need to open up other cities for growth, and one of the ways to do this is by decentralizing the volume of resources that comes to Lagos, making sure that infrastructure, making sure that other amenities and other economic drivers are not only concentrated in Lagos in terms of the ports and the too many other things that you find largely concentrated in Lagos. This way will spread economic prosperity across the country, which will also drive real estate market growth in all the cities across the country. I mean, we did a full detailed article on this subject, and you can find that on the blog page of Buy Let Live. Just log on to buyletlive.com and visit the blog page to read a full detailed article on this subject. We'd like to hear your comments, we'd like to hear your feedback. Please send us a DM, follow us on all our Instagram or all our social media handles to get updates, as we have new articles, new topics that we discuss coming on.